think we're live. Gonna pop out chat and then get going here. Not expecting a whole lot of viewers on this comeback stream. Alright, looks good. Game plan is to just go over some more farming. I've been recording videos on like locally on some of this stuff, but it's really actually hard to like pick the exact map that you want. I felt like this build was like way faster than it was in, I feel like the videos that I put out in the build guide. It really depends on if the map that you're playing on is open or not. If there's a lot of corridors, it's harder to sprint by enemies, all that shit. So we're just gonna go through a few areas on the map that I've got. Basically 2 tower setups with cleansed. I think this section up here we got around 10 maps, and then this section as well as these maps down here I think are getting hit by triple tower. Some of them are, at least. So 48% quant in a few of these, as well as certain rarities. Let's see, I think I have one, nah, just +1 monster level. Might try to run a eye level 82 there. But yeah, just gonna go through, show the build off once again. So if in the build guide you really didn't get what I was going for, watch the live stream, watch the VOD, jump around, watch the, different maps, different playstyles. And then I might chop this up into another video. Also not gonna think about it. I think all these mods are fine. I spent a bit of time yesterday rolling maps, and then I forgot to add the, what do you call this? Delirium. I forgot to instill anything on them. So we're missing out on some rarity, or we're missing out on like a ton of rare mobs, but I wasn't going to spend that much money on this stuff. I'm not somebody who's like super into endgame juicing. I just want to do what's convenient, easy. Okay, so we do have 100% rarity map here. So those 2 maps, I'll try to save something decent for them. For now, we'll just go for whatever we got here. And then, yeah, if anybody actually hops in, has any questions, let me know. Should be able to answer. While mapping, I haven't really had too many issues just going through pretty casually and not having to think about it. I also might need to change audio settings. It's been a while since I've done any streaming. But I have been enjoying this build way too much. So just to get ahead of what might be happening here. Nice. Whew. Most of the maps I've been running recently have been Ritual. Ritual's like alright when it comes to getting extra currency from the map. I'm just kind of getting sick of clicking on it, waiting for all these mobs to spawn before moving on 4 times a map. So I do eventually want to swap off it. I feel like it's just like the strongest version of what you can get in the end game right now. Okay, so the one thing that I do have to be aware of is I can't get too casual with my sprinting. It's another thing that's really map dependent. If you get caught on edges, like the edges of these gates here, or even like the ritual thing in the center, it can lead to situations where you're dodge rolling into a sprint into getting knocked over. Hopefully the recent patch helped with that, but I haven't played enough to know. But yeah, gonna be a casual stream. I'll probably kind of go radio silent as well at some point if we're just chilling. But we'll have the VOD up. Anybody who is interested from the build guide can come here, actually see how it plays. Maybe we'll do some bossing at the end. and hopefully not die to any of the bosses. Another thing that I'm trying out is I've unbound the minimap. So currently I've got it on F2, so it's actually harder for me to hit. And the reasoning is because when I'm recording videos, I feel like hitting tab was like a tick of mine. So I'd just constantly be spamming tab in combat. Part of it's to know where I'm going, but mostly it was just, yep, there we go. This is what juicing feels like when you have, it honestly feels like there's a breakpoint at 150 item rarity. Ever since I hit this, I've been seeing more. Let's see what we're actually at. Yeah, so we're at 150 item rarity on the character, and then these maps are running. That's only 47. We didn't get double anything. It's like a pretty chill amount, but 46 quant is huge, right? This is the first character I've ever really been able to run this level of map with this amount of item rarity on it. And I've been seeing a ton of divines. I've been seeing a ton of perfect chaos, perfect exalts. Map's not done. Yeah, so I have to get used to not having the minimap up, but I feel like I can, and I feel like I'm gonna enjoy the game more because of it. But it was just making the videos I was recording like terrible, right? When I'm like trying to explain a build or like show off how the build goes, and all of a sudden it's just like this constantly. It's pretty funny. The alternative is just to leave it up the whole time, which is what I've seen a lot of other streamers do. I feel like, I don't know who popularized it, but I just remember watching Ben and PoE1 races like start going for like the minimap super zoomed in, like 24/7, and I hadn't seen it too much before then, but it's definitely just something that the community kind of picked up over time. Even since the build guide went out yesterday, we've actually got a decent amount of upgrades, and I've tweaked a few things. I can move some points around on the tree. Something I wanted to test was to see if I could just remove all damage points on the tree. We're probably in the realm of like maybe 15 points going to damage right now. That'll be my guess. And if I just remove those and wince move speed on them, are we in a better spot? Alright, we still need to find... Did I not do this one? That's the other thing about Ritual. I gaslight myself. If you're too out of range on the map, I don't think it shows as completed. Nah, we're good. I just didn't hit it. Yeah, this is the furthest I've taken any build into the end game. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna play it. I started a new character yesterday. It was gonna be a Lich. I have a build idea for that. I just need to figure out a way to make it map well. But I feel like it could be an easy one-shot bosser, and nobody's using the unique that that's involved in it. That's a huge... Man. Yeah. Deli, or Ritual is just good. This is a whittling from yesterday. Can I just buy it? No, okay. Oh, I could have just bought it. Fuck. I also don't know the strats too much. One rare monster. Bro, where you at, dude? Raised Fields map. This is a bane of my existence. There are a few maps that I'm really not a big fan of. This one in particular is because it's huge. There's like only one way to get to the boss zone. And then also, for some reason, it tanks players' FPS. I just upgraded my PC. Wait, what? How the fuck do I get down there? What are we talking about here? What do you mean there's a rare monster? Alright, well... I don't know if we bugged it out. I don't feel like there's a way to get down there. We might just have to call it quits on this map. GGG fix, please. Sure. I did need to path, so we'll do it again. We'll skip it. We'll just go do another one. T16 will save for the +1. There's a good amount of rerolling that I'm not familiar with when it comes to Abyss mods on maps. I hit a bunch of areas overrun by Abyssal monsters last night, and I ran one of them, and it felt like it didn't feel really good to run, so if there's a market, I might start selling them. Something else I want to try out is more, maybe more pack size. My actual endgame strategy that I want to start running is as much Abyss as possible, and then as much Rogue Exiles as possible. Before I was doing this ritual setup, I was trying Rogue Exile. I wasn't using Quant on the maps though, so overall the strategy was just like way worse than any juicing strat you'd find. But the high roll is basically getting a diamond and then re-rolling it until you get like extra damage is lightning and then lightning damage is lucky or something. When it comes to how fast can you map, I'm still trying to piece together what people mean. So I pulled up a few Deadeye streamers builds, and it seemed like they were like playing the maps pretty casually. I'm guessing it's because they're streaming and they aren't trying to like run it like 100 to 0. But it'd be kind of cool if the community tried to do something like create a baseline, everybody picks a certain map, and then we just start getting actual benchmarks for how fast Ascendancies can clear it. Because I'm just getting sick of people using anecdotal evidence or whatever the fuck. Like, it's just a bunch of streamers playing only one Ascendancy. League in, league out. Maybe eventually they'll play like the second, like, Giga Meta of that league. But they just start talking about their Ascendancy like it's #1. I'm not doubting that it is right now, I'm just sick of hearing people talk about it over and over again. I don't know how many videos you need to put out of this build is the fastest and GGG needs to fix that. But we'll see. Kalturak kind of inspired me recently to not just kind of chill. His video is really funny. Quinn's react to his video is pretty fucking funny. I might throw my hat into the ring if possible, but it kind of opened my eyes to if you make content that people actually enjoy, maybe even if you're a smaller streamer, you can get picked up by these fucking react vids when there's like not a lot of content going on. Meanwhile, dude's just making Thorns content for 0.3, having a great time. But yeah, I just want, I was trying to talk on subs, trying to figure out, like, somebody posted a tier list, etc., all that shit, talking about the speed of things, and this was almost like even before launch. But I asked for an example, and I was just told to, like, oh, go check out the stream. Like, oh, he runs a lot of maps, go see how fast he's running the maps. It's like, that's not, at no point is any map the same, really, and then at no point is, like, the effort that you put into the map the same, especially over, like, 20 plus trials or whatever the fuck. So I just want one example, like, community pick a map, let's go for, like, fastest clear of that map with some amount of juicing, and just, you know, kind of like a speed run almost. I don't know why I haven't thought of it yet, but yeah, I'm liking the idea a lot, actually. So I might try to put something together. Nobody really fucking follows my channel, any of that shit, from what I can tell. so we'll see if I can get it in front of people, but I feel like it'd be a fun thing for the community to do. It'd still be pretty toxic, right? Because we're actually benchmarking what is fastest and like maybe what GGG could do. But I feel like it's better than the current kind of discussion going on. Oh, Deadeye, Tailwind, move speed, right side tree. It's like I look at the tree and I'll pull up the wheel after this. We're gonna swap all our points out of damage and just put him in move speed and just see how it feels. The one thing I've noticed when streaming today so far is that I'm not planning where I'm headed, and I feel like part of that's the no minimap, but I also feel like part of that's just me talking. So far, nothing too juicy from this map. I've been feeling like every 1 to 3 maps I'll hit something good. And then obviously it depends on what we get access to in the map. This was a rare monsters have 1 abyssal mod, so these rares were actually pretty juicy. Just didn't get lucky. And then let's go finish up the ritual. Where'd I miss one? Probably center here. This is also the first league where I've tried the meta stuff when it comes to uniques, when it comes to setups, and I wasn't aware. Like, so the one thing I knew was meta was constricting command. Is very similar to the tower, I think the deepest tower from last league, where basically it's a single unique, pretty expensive. Again, in the helm slot, you put it on, your character does way more damage. Constricting command this league is, in my opinion, better than deepest tower. You do more damage, you get a ton more defenses, you get more attack speed, you get more move speed. You get defy, so if you want to set up a build where you don't need to worry about mana, you do. So overall, I feel like the helm's going to get giga nerfed or removed, same as deepest tower. Then bloodletting, the support gem. When I first saw it, I thought, okay, definitely going to use it. And then after using it and realizing how high your skill cost could get, same deal, that is not going forward. Enjoy it while you can in 0.3, but it's for sure going to be gone in future updates. Buy this? Good to go. Alright, we're going to do an eye level 82 map. I think I've run 2 of these so far, and I've gotten nothing good.
As expected.
Except, for some reason, the loot filter really likes the flasks when you drop eye level 83 flasks. So +1, irradiated +1, and then T16. 36 quants, a bunch of ritual junk. These setups weren't the best, but I'm not the biggest fan of spending too much time doing setup. I have been experimenting with it a little bit more than normal, and I'm definitely getting more currency, but to me the biggest change from currency was just using quant on the tablets, and then having a shit ton of item rarity on my character. Yeah, so I'm guessing that's gonna be... No. In these eye level 82 maps, the base is... Actually, let me grab anything. Kinda curious. Especially for fizz weapons, you need at least eye level 81 to hit T1 fizz. Dude, I hate when the fucking wisp pull 180. When I go back to Rogue Exile farming, I think it'll be Wisp too, and that's the one thing I'm maybe not looking forward to. Good density. So, again, 2 divines and 3 maps. So far, on average-ish to what I've been seeing. They definitely juiced loot somewhere like halfway in like 0.2, but at that time I didn't really have a good mapping build, so I was mostly just doing bossing. This is my first experience really getting to map as a warrior in the endgame. Yay, okay, we got a level 19 gem, so these maps should be dropping level 20 gems at like a much higher rate. And I feel like even before, maybe the only place to get level 20 gems, outside of really lucky, like +1 level to area mod. Like I'm trying to, so Abyss gives you a +1. So technically if we go into an Abyss, it's going to be eye level 83. Abyssal Depths. I just don't know if we're going to get that. But there's definitely something to this where you can maybe try to target base farming as a strat. Like an eye level 82 plus exceptional base, I think is going to be selling for tons of divines right now. They just don't exist. Been rocking shrines for a little bit as well. Big fan, especially if your build's not super strong. Shrines are just insane. Alright, let's see if we can get a depths here. The cool thing about Earthquake is you can kind of start lining stuff up. Where you can basically spawn camp these abyss fissures. Hey, we got a depths. Okay, so this is gonna be an eye level 83 depths. I kind of want to save it. We got shrines going. We'll come back to it later. Just gotta try not to forget here. Same with ritual as well. You can kind of just pick a direction, earthquake in it, and then they just slowly earthquake over time as the monsters spawn. So we missed a rare. We're gonna go up left and then checkpoint back down, I think. Two tower cleanse gets you a decent amount of fracturing. So far this little area of 10, I don't think I've gotten a single one, but I've gotten 2 to 3 in the last set of 2 that I did. I don't know how tied to rarity it is. You can guarantee it if you get the unique boss, which I do have in like I've got 2 cleansed areas, so one of them I got the unique boss, guaranteed fracture. Alright, let's go do depths, and then checkpoint back down. Now, maybe that's kind of nice. I could definitely get used to this, I think. So again, monster level 83. I kind of want to clear it all. And then I didn't actually even think about having a boss in here. So if there's a mini boss in here, then everything the boss would be dropping. I feel like boss lead's already like high enough eye level though. So really the only benefit we're gonna see is from these rows here. No go. These chests have... I don't know why they just called them chests in the underground, because they definitely can drop abyss, like desecration mods, and I feel like most players might just walk right by them. I know I do most of the time. Alright, well, Only one rare at the end. And didn't get nothing, so. Again, base farming is probably going to be not super popular or super lucrative. You just have to get really lucky running these maps a bunch. Could go back. I don't really care. We had a checkpoint up here. Is it gone? Do they just do that? No, okay. And we got our last ritual. Overall, I've been like getting a good amount of currency from just mapping, but I feel like, as most people have said, this league, it really is kind of like a craft-heavy league. So even though mapping, you can kind of feel good about hitting a divine every now and then, your major upgrades, your major like boosts in currency are going to come from crafting maybe an upgrade for yourself and then selling the item that you were currently running. I am somebody who hasn't been looking at the rares. I just don't want to deal with it. Items that I feel like could be good, amulets in particular, I'll take a look at, but otherwise just chilling. I think one last rare up here. I still do get stunned a good amount of time, but part of the reason why Earthquake's so good is if you've thrown an Earthquake out, it'll pop even when you're stunned, blow up everything around you. Wind Dancer's going to kill everything around you as well. I don't know. I don't know if I need Heavy Swing here. I could put Leech. Oh no, I have Life Leech. Okay.
Yes.
So even if I'm knocked down in Wind Dancer procs, I'm getting Leech off of being on the ground still. It's all good.
Indeed.
All right, this map, what were we looking at? So this is a really weird one. We got 100% rarity on a unique map. I really don't think it matters, but we still might run it. Prefix mods. I'm wondering what prefix mods on the Abyss you would run. So like this, no, this is overrun. We don't want to run that. Fuck. Let me actually see how much this is selling for. Can you not? Overrun. Do they not have... Area overrun by the Abyssal. 2 annulment. We'll see if these sell. So the item, I'm seeing pack size on one of these. That makes sense. Pack size, ooh, that'd be kind of fun to run. But yeah, we'll see if these sell for 2 annul.
Is that a good price for that? I have no idea. Yes?
There's our guaranteed fracturing. Might also do a bit of crafting before we end the stream here. Oh, we got 2 of them. Damn. We'll hit that one. Let me see if I got anything with high rarity here. Let's go this. So this is more... No, that doesn't scale. Temporal chains. There we go. No, 2 additional doesn't 25% at 2. Man. Oh, PoE2 endgame. It does require a lot of thinking. I don't think we have any Abyss prefix that's going to scale too hard with that, so we should be running the suffix ones and just get blown up. Elemental weakness, extra fire. I mean, this is a huge map, but we could die, so we'll see. This one? Yeah. Marked for Death is pretty spooky for us. Most of this league have been running maps in attempts to not die, so no pen maps, no max res maps, and it's been working really well. Almost all of my deaths recently have been from Abyss mobs dropping Desecrated Ground. And I don't know at the moment if there's a fix to that, but I saw some people talking about making sure like corpse destruction somehow helps. Wasn't the biggest fan of running, I think it was Blood Heralds, Herald of Blood. But I could definitely fit it in. I also forgot to, if I remember, I'll try to take all the points off of damage on the train, just see how it feels for mapping. But yeah, so Willow is one of those maps where sprint is incredible. The Corridor maps, not so much. Certain mob types make sprinting a lot harder. Certain mod. Hey, there we go. Okay, so apparently it is really easy to sell maps with the overrun by Abyss modifier on them. They might actually be worth more than 2 nulls. That was just what I saw when I pulled it up quickly. To me, when I'm trying to get good deals, I care more maybe about like the highest end kind of stuff for this lower end. Like 2 null-ish range, like I'm not exactly worried about getting 100% value. It's always been a problem of mine. You're gonna see it as I just leave a ton of shit on the ground in these maps. Holy. Every now and then you're gonna die because your dodge roll doesn't move your character at all because you get stuck on an edge, but that's something I'll live with for how fluid the movement feels this league compared to last league. But yeah, a map like Willow, your move speed's like kind of crazy as opposed to more Stampede style shit or just running around auto attacking. Also super dense. Randomly hit an Abyss. The first week, I think I dropped like 5 or 6 of the Abyss diamonds with Rogue Exiles. And then after that, I haven't seen a single one. So it feels like GGG nerfed it by like more than 100%. Like they made it like 10 times less likely for you to have a Rogue Exile on your Abyss than before, which is kind of wild. But just means the price is going to go up over time. And I think it already has gone up. I sold jewels for way too cheap in the first week. Now looking at them, they probably would have been like... I don't know. I don't want to think about it. Extra lightning damage. Lightning damage is lucky. I forget what the other 2 mods were, but holy... Give me that right now, you're fucking 50 plus divine, some shit. The other thing I don't like about Ritual is it's really RNG with where it spawns. So this is like a really tough location for me to clear everything. Which is probably the biggest reason why Worry's not like super meta. It's because you can't necessarily kill everything on screen just by looking in a direction. And I keep saying Warrior, but I guess what I mean is Smith. Because potentially on Titan, if you take every single fucking area of effect modifier, these earthquakes might be hitting like half the screen. I'm not really sure. I just like the playstyle of a bit more defensive heavy setup. So you don't have to always be constantly sweating when you're mapping. But yeah, I'll run a few of these maps. Wasn't planning on streaming for too long. Just wanted to get another VOD up after the video. Maybe try to build a habit. I might be doing maybe like once a week. Not gonna do any promises, but it'll be during the week, probably after 5, something like that. And if I figure out a build that I actually want to run as my second character, I might stream that. At the moment, I'm just running a Lich, and the like AoE dot that spreads Contagion. There we go. Dude, Contagion in the early game's nutty. I also kind of want to take a look at Breach, because I feel like Earthquake's really good for Breach. Dodge roll across, just leave a bunch of dead mobs in your wake. Only issue is I'm not super sure. Like, Earthquake isn't my main damage dealer. I could set it up to kill rares in one shot if I wanted to, but I don't know. Maybe that's actually something I should do. Like, what if I just put... If I swap Defy... I feel like I'm about to die if I do this, but we'll try it out. If I put Bloodletting on Earthquake instead of Rolling Slam.
Feel my wrath.
I think I'm taking the node that makes Ritual Monsters spawn faster, but it's not fast enough, dude. I haven't looked into crushing. I don't know how much fizz damage reduction enemies have, and I don't know how it plays with armor, but if it is important, then I think one of these weapons needs to have crush on it. $2K, buy whatever I want.
Come here.
Hoping they buff Simulacrum. Good shit. Alright. So, I don't know what we're up to right now. If it's 5 maps or if it's 4 maps, but like 3 Divines and 4 to 5 maps right now. You can kind of get a feel for how casual I'm going. You know, I'm kind of chilling, and we're still getting a bunch of good returns.
Worthy foe, now fallen. What is it? Quickly. A useful trade.
Close. Damn. If that was negative lightning, I think we'd be in a decent spot. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going for anything.
What's new?
Let's hit the boss and then chill after. Oh, that's what I was gonna. Okay. I actually remembered. So, damage outside of the surround nodes. It's these 10-ish, and I'm trying to see if I can connect. So the connectors here is going to be 4. This is 4 as well. So we're not going to get any benefit from ripping. Technically, if I take off the strength, we might be fine. But the idea is like, what if I just did this? Right, we have technically these count as like damage, area of effect damage. But otherwise, no damage nodes on the tree. So it's just 8. Oh no, here we go. So I was right, 15 points. Technically I could take these 15 points, go down here. We can check this right now. 42 move speed. And then if we hit or get a kill recently, this is going to be another 7. Let's go all out. Up to 56. Is this actually? Yeah, okay. I thought this was more, but that's fine. It might be because I'm not using. Gotcha. This is way more when you're wearing a shield and a full strength chest, so not as important since I've gone hybrid. I think this is most of the move speed stuff. There is one if you're blocking or not blocking. Go 5% move speed here. I don't really care. And that'll do it. So we're up to 56. We have no damage nodes. And for the final 2... I mean, can I get more? Yeah, okay, hold up. yeah, okay, hold up. We can get the move speed here, I think. Unless, wait, did I not? Fuck. We'd have to stack a random skill with a bunch of... Does this count? I don't think so. We could stack our auto attack with a bunch of dex nodes to guarantee the move speed. 2, 3, 4... 5 already. I wish one of these supports on the 6, 7. Damn. Alright, so if I just swap out... This is mostly a bossing setup. So if I swap out 3 of these and just put a bunch of a bunch of shit here, we can get even more move speed. Right, we don't have it. 56. Okay. What green gems can our main hand support? Let's do Culling Strike. Let's do Close Combat. And let's do... I think it's already got Rapid on it. Sure, Impale. Boom, 61% move speed. No damage nodes. Earthquake went down from like 11k to 9k, maybe 10k down. This went down a good chunk. Let's do the boss, just to see how Rolling Slam damage is without any damage nodes on the tree. My guess is all of this is still going to be fine. Which is why they're going to nerf that support gem.
Crush them!
Wind Dancer still one shot in normals. Rares are still dying. That rare was dying to the... Wasn't even dying to Rolling Slam there. Just Earthquake stuff. Oh, and we gotta... Dude, we talking how fast can you clear a map, man? This is the run, dude. Get ready for some fucking SLAMQUAKE in. This is one we clip. I'm going too quick. I can't control my fucking character. Another shrine? Oh, rarity shrine, dude. Alright, come on. Give me like 4 divines or some shit. Just zoom in. Oh, this? I'm fucking glitching through everything because our move speed and our fucking dodge roll distance is so high. Nah, but Deadeye's busted though. Deadeye though. think I've seen a single level 20 skill gem, even though Mark said they fixed it. Fucking doubt that shit. See how the breach goes. Breach with rarity shrine? Yes, please. My computer's trying to catch up, man. So we are leaving rares alive, I think, with the earthquakes, which, again, expected, fine. The idea should be that you're rolling slamming to kill, but in breach it's hard to know what's rare, what isn't. So far, nothing too juicy from this map. We did get double... This is a fucking double quant map, too. Maybe we'll get double fracture off the unique boss? I don't know.
Crush them.
Yeah, definitely hit or miss when it comes to guaranteeing juicing in these endgame maps. I really didn't get a chance to do it in 0.1. I didn't really understand scaling at the time. I didn't realize how important level to skill gems was, so I was just kind of auto-attacking, trying to clear screens like that. It was fun, but it was not able to do any meta content. My least favorite part about Ritual is these little dudes who stay buried in the ground and don't come up. And you have to run around the entire map for them to get triggered. Alright, we're still looking for the boss. So even if we clear, we still gotta stay. And then we have to go back and do all the rituals. The Wisp is still up too. I hope GGG works on the, what do you call it? The setup for... So they added UI for rares on the map. There is no UI for monsters that spawn in random locations. So something like a Rogue Exile, you have to full clear the entire map. Otherwise, there's a chance that for some reason it spawned in like some random ass corner. So we put most of the points here into move speed, which I thought was alright. I feel like I've had a better time putting all the points into area of effect, just to get larger clear on the earthquake. So we can mess around and do that in a sec. It's just crazy how much damage you have without any points on the tree. Alright, where are you going to take us, Wisp? Everything's dead. Yeah, ritual rare. No? That dude's just going.
Destruction. I can't hit.
I'm also thinking about bossing with the no damage setup in a sec, but probably not the best way to go about it. Did I keep the gems? Yeah, I did. Oh, we actually lost area of effect swapping off of a few of the points here. Yeah, a ritual like this is why I don't really want to keep farming this. This is not fun to me. And I don't think it was like this in PoE 1. Maybe it was. Maybe it could get as like tedious as this, but I never really felt like it was. Just stuck in one small area. Hitting right click until everything dies. And then yeah, we still have to find the boss spawn. I wonder if it spawns where like the boss normally is. I've never seen that, but we've cleared most of the map. Yeah, so I think the issue on this map was low item rarity. We had insanely high quant, but not too much rarity. Oh, and that might be because it was increased prefix, decreased suffix. I didn't even think of that. Yo, we got 7,000 juice. What is this map, man? What I don't have is enough rerolls. I think I only have double reroll right now. Get on with the GGG. Get me out of this fucking ritual. This is it. This is the last stream I'm doing ritual. This is the first and last. We're getting back on that Rogue Exile grind. Or I could just clear a map and then hit the Abyss. If they don't spawn, go to the next one. Fuck it. All the towers, just 300% increased Rogue Exile chance. All the maps, extra Abyss depths, extra pits. We have 8,000. I don't even want to buy it. I should have just bought. What am I doing, man? Well. Alright, we're going boss hunting. Maybe go check out where the Wisp was headed. I don't know if there's a way for you to tell. Is it here? Hey, what up, dude? Why'd you spawn in this corner? Zero damage nodes on the tree outside of the surround. And technically, if you want to count rage, we just one-shot this fucker. Fractured orb, please. Give me 2. Alright. 1's good enough. And that's it. Alright, we're gonna fix our auto attack. Gonna move a few points around.
What is it? I've changed my mind.
Something like this, maybe. So that's 8% up to like another 30% area. The other possibility, do we have Aftershock? I removed Aftershock. But if we put Aftershock back on Earthquake, this node's great. And then we have a full wheel down here that we're not taking. 12. This is another 30. Could be worth. This is 7. There's just a lot of attribute, a lot of issues with attributes right now that maybe we could actually fix with like an AME with a less attribute suffix, but it's whatever. what to do now, because I think I could keep going. I feel like I have a decent amount of footage on what I wanted to get done. That is minus max player res on it. Could go bossing. I'll do one expedition boss real quick with the exalts, or with the divine we dropped the stream.
I'll post it right away.
Rubonic splinter, whatever. Give me the exact value, please.
I'll post it right away. Have an order? Have an order?
These bosses have been a little bit scarier after I've gone down to like 2.7k life with Ingenuity Belt,
So it shall be again.
as well as different AME setup. But just as long as I play it safe, they're not actually too scary. Life recovery, like instant life recovery on Flask means you can spam it and you're all good.
Eye of the doom at the door.
Dodge, dodge, dodge. Rolling slam, just fuck him up. I guess it's just his fucking beam that sometimes messes you up.
Starfire.
We're looking for... Nope. I'm looking for a stun here. Don't think we got it. Now we do. Alright, he's dead. Ten divines, please. Yuck.
I've nowhere to keep that.
T1 Fizz on a bow? Fractured ourselves? I don't know what tier Fnatic is. I feel like people were saying Warmonger. See if that's worth anything. Base item, no relevant stats. How do I check this? It's 170. Yeah, that was loud. 170 increased fizz and then no local accuracy. Uh, 45x min here. No, that's on tribal. What is this? Fnatic. One divine. See if it sells. Get our money back from that that boss real quick.
Someone would want that.
Speak. These are our supplies. Gold is useless to me. Take it. Go.
Trying to think what I want to do before we log as well. So last night I set up a new weapon. We got an exceptional base. You can, I mean, what? It's 1 in 4 to fracture, right? So I kind of want to do this again and then change how I approach the last step. But it just ends up taking a shit ton of chaos to get a decent map. Actually, yeah, let's do... It's probably going to be way more expensive than Sacred. So currently I have this weapon. This is fractured attack speed, T1, flat fizz, and then just rolling trying to hit increased fizz. The only issue is this is not an exceptional base, so let's actually see how much the Great Club Exceptional is costing right now. Normal. Why is this so cheap? Is that the wrong base? Am I just crazy? The attack damage on it just seems so low, but I guess the base attack damage on these things is low. That is it. It's one Grit Club. Anyways, you'd want to get 81. I'm guessing if I pop the eye level up to 81, it's going to go straight up to a few divs. That is insane. Holy shit. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to buy 4 of these, get attack speed on them, fracture the attack speed, and go from there. I didn't pop it out, so I'm going to have to do the search again. Fuck. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. And I'm doing this before I'm checking if Crush is actually valuable. But even if it isn't the perfect endgame, I know that Sacred Mauls definitely aren't. They're way more attack speed heavy than other items, and I just like it for the quality of life and just like how it feels to actually swing once and then keep moving. Anyways, I think all this is you just smash perfect on all of them. You use an essence for attack speed. You put on an extra... I think you just put on a jawbone, and it doesn't matter what you jawbone. And then if you hit the fracture, you annul down, etc. But we'll see if we hit anything good. Alright, yeah, nothing good. Going to attack speed. Going jaw. And again, I don't think it matters if it's prefix. We're gonna rip everything off, right? If we hit. And let's get 3 more fractures.
I'll post it right away.
I've gotten okay luck with my fractures so far. It's pretty easy to hit this. See what we get. Hey, alright. Expected value, a little bit lower or whatever, now that we have the tech for the Abyss mod to just make it 1 and 3. But we hit, now we have a triple socket, uncorrupted, Tuon Great Club with fractured attack speed on it. You just annul it down to 1 mod and then chaos spam until you hit either a high T1, or sorry, like a high flat fizz or a high increased fizz roll. Doing the flat fizz makes it like way harder to do this next step. You're going to use way more Omens of Light. So instead I'm going to try to hit a high increased fizz, which is just way more chaos. But it just, to me at least, it's kind of more fun chaos spamming than it is Omen of Light spamming. And I guess I could unveil... Is it a prefix? Never mind, doesn't matter. Okay, whatever. Can I just chaos that? I can, cool. bit of chaos spamming. This is the Path of Exile to this was what crafting was like in 0.1, 0.2, I think. I don't actually know if there's a way for you to guarantee more prefix hits. Ooh. Hit fizz just wasn't high enough. And there is maybe some idea here of running... How much are these?
Hail.
14? Yeah, definitely not worth. Fuck that, dude. I'll mute up a sec. Anyways, we'll run the chaos out, see what, you know, if we hit anything. Otherwise, I'm gonna chill. Probably call it there. We did about an hour. In the future, again, I'll be maybe streaming a little bit more. Hoping people will hop on, ask questions. Once the chat kind of gets going, if ever, that's kind of where I'll enjoy the streaming experience more. For now, I'm not somebody who likes playing a shit ton all in one go, especially on stream with no feedback. But I do just want to start getting stuff documented at least, so whew. So we're in a weird spot where hybrid is actually really hard to... It's really hard for hybrid to even matter unless you fracture a prefix. And because we're not fracturing a prefix in order to guarantee the rest of this craft, that is not a good roll to see. T4 flat. Alright, I'm gonna buy one more chaos... one more Divine's worth of chaos. Give it a go.
See if there are any
And if we don't hit anything, GG. Another flat. If we get like a T2, which is what I got on my other weapon, I'm down to chill and do at least one unveil. But I think I was seeing it was like something like thousands of exalts before you see like a T1 percent fizz. No go. Alright. We're gonna chill on that one. Put it next to the other work club that we got. And then continue working on it later. Hopefully that'll be my offhand here. I have the option to put... Basically, if this weapon rolls with a better suffix than fizz damages mana, I can just spam battle and spam the onslaught one back and forth here to... Right? Wait. Yeah. I can guarantee what I want here if I don't exactly like this roll. Because at the moment we don't use mana. And it doesn't matter at all to the build. But that's gonna do it for me. GG's. Again, it will be rounds. And again, these are live stream VODs. I don't think anybody watches, but if you do and you have any questions on the build, just comment. Otherwise, message me in Discord, and I will catch you dudes in the next one.